If you're feeling stuck, and no matter what you do, you always feel like success is just out of your reach. Today, I'll be going over exactly what separates the successful people, the winners, from the rest of the crowd. I know this works because yours truly, 𝐬𝐮𝐻𝐿, aka GK Improvement, also struggled. I also told myself I'll start tomorrow. I also was waiting for the perfect moment. I also was wondering why no matter what I was doing, I just couldn't reap any results. But through years of trial and error, years of education, years of networking with many of the senior leadership team, and everything shifted, and for the first time in my life I started seeing real progress, real discipline, and inevitably real results. Success isn't this huge complex formula that requires a brain as big as megaminds in order to figure out. In actuality, it's far more predictable than you think. The people who succeed and the people that we look up to, they're not necessarily the most talented. They don't necessarily have this secret DNA inside of them. They just know how to do the right things constantly and improve in these things over time. Sure, you could wait for the perfect moment, but what if that perfect moment never actually comes? What if success wasn't about waiting for the right time, but making now the right time? Here's exactly how you can do this. First of all, show up every day. Whether it's the gym, whether it's your business, whether it's reading a book, you need to be showing up consistently. If not every day, at least 4 to 5 times a week. Number 2, master the basics. Focus on the fundamentals that will actually push you forward. The Pareto principle says that 20% of the efforts yield 80% of the results, as outlined by James Clear in Atomic Habits. Just by improving 1% every day leads to just over a 37x improvement in a year. So stop waiting for the perfect strategy. Just start, and your action will create clarity. I want you to drop a comment right now on what's one goal that you're overcomplicating. Let's break it down and get you moving forward today. If you ask me, 𝐬𝐮𝐻𝐿, would you choose motivation or would you choose discipline? A lot of you may be thinking I'd say discipline, but in actuality I choose motivation. Why? Because motivation makes you do the hard work so easily. If it comes to a gym session, I'd much rather be motivated, get a better workout. I don't have to force myself, I don't have to do anything. It's just there, and it's so much more easier to do the hard work. But as much as I love motivation, the one negative thing about it is that it comes and goes, just like that David Goggins gym motivation that you'll get on your explore page. What I've realized is motivation, although lovely, is unreliable, at least for the long term. Successful people don't rely on motivation, they rely on systems. Think about it. You don't wake up in the morning like, I'm gonna brush my teeth today. You don't, because it's just a habit. You don't wait to feel inspired to eat. It's automatic. You automatically eat food. Now imagine applying that to your grind. If you set up a system where success is the default outcome, you won't be relying on motivation as much, which is the goal, because motivation is unreliable. This can be implemented through number 1, automating discipline. Stack habits so they happen naturally. For example, I like to work in my gym lounge, so as soon as I'm done with work, I go hit my gym session straight afterwards. Number 2, making your success easier than failure. If you struggle with distractions, put blockers on your phone. Utilize do not disturb, focus mode, and eliminate decision fatigue as much as possible. For example, if you want to go hit a gym session in the morning, why don't you pack your bag, get your clothes out, get everything ready the previous night, so in the morning the barrier to you hitting the gym is way lower. Number 3, set up non-negotiables. Decide just once you're gonna stick to your goal, and that's it. No questioning, no debating, it's just you and that goal. Motivation will fail you. Trust me on this one. As someone who relied purely on motivation, let me tell you, it didn't end too well for me. But if you build the right systems, success becomes inevitable. And I'm gonna give you a little bonus tip for this one, just because why not? Being consistent in this system will take a lot of work. So sometimes when you slack off, instead of telling yourself you're lazy, tell yourself I'm learning discipline. Instead of telling yourself I've failed, tell yourself this is just your step 1. This paradigm shift will allow you to stick to your system for the long term, and therefore allow you to reap the fruits of your labor. If you're still waiting for motivation to come around, write in the comments right now, no more waiting, and get to work today. Success is overestimated and yet underestimated as well. Many people overestimate what they can do 1 week from now, but the same people underestimate what they can do 1 year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. That's exactly why they quit, because the results just don't come in fast enough, especially paired with the rewiring of our brains to indulge and crave instant gratification, instant results. Success is a long-term game. million. You don't get jacked in 1 week. You get jacked over training and staying consistent over months, over years. You don't make 6 figures overnight. You build your skills and you start stacking that bread over time. You don't become disciplined in 1 day. You build those habits and you stick to them, even when you don't feel like it. I think this is a double-edged sword. But if you're on the positive side of things, the glass half full perspective of things, if most people quit, then all you need to be doing is just stick to the game longer than they are. So if you can just push through longer than everyone else, you will win by default. Interesting way to think of it, isn't it? And that's exactly why you should like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to be successful, then stop expecting fast results and instead expect your long-term consistency to start paying off. If you're in this for the long run, comment down below. I'm built different. At the start of this video, I told you there's secrets to success, and now you have them. Stop overcomplicating success and just start. Stop relying on motivation and build systems. Stop expecting results overnight and play the long game. So what's the first move you're going to be making today? Drop it in the comments. And why I say what's your first move today and not what's your first move tomorrow is because your decisions today will define your tomorrow. If you enjoyed and gained value from this, like, subscribe, connect with me on Instagram, and other than that, thank you for watching and I'll catch you in the next one.